Welcome back, traveler. As always, I'm Nebulae Nix, and it's been a while since we checked in with Astral and Stardust. When last we left our witch and her familiar, the ruins of a long-dead world had stirred memories that never belonged to her. But time moves ever forward. And sometimes, in the slow hush of uneventful days, the most important changes begin. The Nebula Nomad hovered in the cerulean sky of a quiet moon called Calaveth Minor, its hull gleaming faintly under the twin suns. The planet was warm, not too hot. Windy, but soft in its intentions. And more importantly, far from any known bounty routes. It was a good place to rest. Astral Weaver had laid out her blankets in the shade of a crystal tree, her boots off, her wide-brimmed witch hat tilted forward just enough to keep the suns from her eyes. Stardust dozed nearby, floating in lazy spirals as though dreaming. There was no reason to cast spells. No bounty hunters. No dead gods. No Galactic Council interference. But Astral, being Astral, still performed her rituals, quiet, practical things that kept the camp safe and centered. That's how it began. A circle of salt and charged stone. A breath to settle the soul. A whisper of intent. Protection, she murmured. 1 meter should be fine. But the spell didn't stop at 1 meter. A pale glow surged outward like a wave, 5 meters, 10, until it enveloped the whole clearing. Birds scattered. Crystals buzzed. The air pulsed. Astral blinked. That shouldn't happen. Stardust, still hovering upside down, twirled once in place and gave a lazy hum. Not surprised. Not alarmed. Just aware. She narrowed her eyes at him. Did you do something? He didn't answer. He couldn't, not in words at least. She shrugged it off for now. But then came the fire. Later that evening, as Astral lit the campfire using a simple charm of ignition. A flame, small and contained, that's all she wanted. But the fire burst forth in a column, roaring with deep green embers, licking high into the branches overhead before finally settling. Stardust zipped forward in alarm, shielding her with his tiny form like a knight in glass armor. She laughed despite herself. Okay, that one's new. Stardust twirled slowly in the air, giving off a series of hums. Amused. Slightly smug. And still, not shocked. As night blanketed the sky, Astral laid staring up through the shimmer crystal canopy. Her fingers idly traced patterns into the dirt. Her thoughts refused to quiet. What's happening to me, she whispered. It's like, everything's too big. Too loud. Too strong. Stardust floated beside her and pressed his soft head against hers. And then, without preamble, she heard his voice. Not a sound. A thought. A word. Change. Astral sat bolt upright, her heart hammering. Wait, what?